Good afternoon. I would like to thank Commissioner Guggen-Quinn and the Commission for inviting me to be with such special guests today. Thank you very much. I am a cook, as Paloma, Mrs. Castro told, and the co-director of Arzak restaurant in San Sebastián, which has been open since the year 1897. I am the fourth generation of cooks in my family. I belong to Eurotalks. Eurotalks is the European and International Association of Chefs that was founded here in Brussels in the year 1986, and I'm very proud of it as well. It was founded by Chef Pierre Romeyer, and it was created to defend the culinary tradition and his heritage, and to ensure the best principles of cooking in the future. This organization is recognized by the UE. Many of you will ask, what is the secret, in my case and in our case, for surviving so many years? In our case, on one hand, is the respect for previous generations, the heritage of your own culture and tradition, and as well to value and to defend the excellent raw materials provided by our land and environment. My father and I, we are a tandem in the kitchen and in the restaurant. This tandem started many years ago, and his generosity, our respect to each other, and has always been the key for that. Basque cuisine is always present in our palates as a flavor filter. Our intention is always to go deep into its roots and rediscover it again. The new Basque movement of the 70s, led by my father Juan Mari Arzak and Chef Pedro Subijana, had a significant effect on evolution in the kitchen. It was important for the evolution, and it brought it closer to the people. But let's talk about innovation. Everybody asks how far we can go in the kitchen, what will go next, how we keep creating. Innovation is essential for evolution, and without innovation, the cooking wouldn't be what it is today. Our tendencies don't change from one day to the other, not from year to year. We are not always changing the tendencies. Simply the continual work we do on them help us discover new ways. So I want to explain you how we innovate. The demand of a changing society influences changes in the kitchen. People's habits change, perhaps without being fully aware of it. We eat lighter, more vegetables. We use specific cooking techniques to maximize the flavors and nutrition properties of the food. Every restaurant and every chef has his own personality and discourse. Our discourse in Arzak is based on the creativity and innovation, but we have done, and this creativity and innovation we have done in the research kitchen or lab since the year 2000. In that space, two chefs, Xavi Gutiérrez and Igor Zalakain, in the image, work, create, and help my father and me to develop new ideas and recipes. The team, like in many other areas in Arzak, is indispensable. Without them, we would never have had the same results. They have been working already with my grandmother and with my father. Today, as you know, there is a lot of information around us all over. This is why our cuisine is selective. We use really what interests us and contribute something to each dish. We cook in a multidisciplinary way, considering many areas such as visual perception through the tableware or support for the plates. We use moving and still images, curious or playful presentations in which the wait staff and the sommeliers take on an interactive role very important to the clients. To create an emotional atmosphere, we also play with humor, optical illusion, and subtle confusions. All this started years ago, for example, when we were studying how the color in the food influences and conditions the taste. The way the food looks stimulates the desire to consume a food or not, a plate or not. Remember the old expression, to eat with your eyes. We work and collaborate in the restaurant with experts in different fields like culture, gastronomy, history, science, nutrition. Here in the images, some of the people and organizations we work with. They are technical and research centers, they are professors of universities, they are many nutritionalists. My sister is historian of art as well, and subdirector of education, the Guggenheim Museum, and our consultant in terms of art and gastronomy, and as well my husband that is an architect. Ferran Adrià, I would like to mention him, and all his projects from El Bulli are also very, very important for us. A few years ago, we developed with Philips a project that resulted in a series of plates with light and screens. Here you are some images. It was fascinating. We also did in Arzak a study, like in the image, of fractals in the lab. To describe yourself is always very, very difficult. After the years we have found a description, no? What is the cooking, what we do? We like to describe it as signature cuisine, a Basque research phase involving and cutting edge. And with all these creative processes I'm talking about, is also multisensorial and innovative. At the same time, a plate can make you travel, no? We are open to the world. We travel around the world to discover new worlds in the gastronomy that may be perhaps traditional in the beginning, but are new from us. Raw materials and taste are still the main players. Everything we do with all these processes is only to emphasize and not to mask them. As chefs, we are always searching for the best and freshest seasonal products in a sustainable way. To advance, you have to expose yourself to risk and doubt with the client. Everyone has their own limit in the risk. You need to know how far you can go. In our case, we trust our experience and confidence. New technologies and research are the great pillars for progress in the kitchen, and cooking techniques are the tools that the cook must use. But please don't forget that the main objective is the client's happiness. People come to our house for a festival for the senses, full of flavors, tastes and sensations. Thank you very much.